Thank you very much, Daniela, and thank you, members of the panel. I know it's late, we've crossed our time a little bit, but we'll try to make it interesting, albeit a little bit short. So I'd like to start by Niyaz ISMAYILOV. Why do you believe that bancassurance should be the main sales channel in insurance? And what particular challenges do you see for the market here in Azerbaijan?
Thank you very much. Hi, everybody. Yes, of course, we believe in our country also bancassurance channel. Nowadays, I can also say that the market potential is almost empty, because if we first talk about the payment protection side, 95% of the consumers is not insured. And we think that it's one of the big risks for bank side and also total as for consumer side also. So central bank, by the central bank had the initiative. So we are starting to implement the credit life insurance to our consumers. Yes, we will some of the challenges here, because I want to add here the challenge also. In other side, we believe that in a challenge side, in the first, we are not going to do it as a mandatory base. We are going to sell it in a voluntary. But in order to sell it voluntary, we will have some of the difficulties. If we just offer the insurance product to our consumers, credit loan consumers, they will ask that they are not going to die. And it will be the other challenge for us, how to do it. So I think that here we need to implement new product design mindset here. The other, also the other displayers, presenters, there's also displayed about that, how it's also very important, because we need to analyze the customer experience side also, and to define the real problem, sensitive point, analyze everything, and then of course we need just to implement the customer need product. It's very important, customer need. And also we need to implement the data infrastructure, data governance, and data analytical side also. It's a one side. If we correctly implement all of these projects, all of this methodology, right product design mindset, we will, of course, will extend our products. One of them is we are doing the bundle product. It's now it's in a draft version, prepared draft version. It's a integration of endowment life insurance and mortgage. So we also believe the big potential, because it will be very attractive and it will be one of the customer need product also. The other side is a similarity also. Many presenters also told about the most of the life insurance product is a similar, but the main challenge is we believe it in a long future, but the main challenge is here about the capital market, because it's the initial stage and we have economical reforms, and we believe the future of the capital market, and also corporate governance side also, because we need a strong risk management system also. Only top companies can implement this corporate governance system, and so the other companies have to follow it. Otherwise, they cannot just to provide this kind of product. So you see there are different risks, and also it is not only important to the similar product, it's also important for the other insurance products, because insurance risk and also operational risk is the ultimate choice here. So all the governance system also should be. And the last one, which I want to just point about the easy to use. Presenters also displayed about how they're moving the digital system and mobile app. And I believe that next year they will show us how the figures increase year by year. So unfortunately, in our country, insurance companies a little bit lag behind from banks in a technical infrastructure. So all the top insurance companies can invest on the technical and IT infrastructure. So the others also have to follow it to invest more infrastructure, etc. And total my conclusion is that, yes, we believe, we see that big opportunities here, but the purpose should be the common purpose for bank and for us, and the common purpose should be related on customer centricity. It's very important.
Of course, it's very good as a leader of a financial institution to put the customer first. That's obviously, could you imagine that you would be selling, like Klime said, banking products?
Yeah, banking products, we can also sell it through as a bundle product also. We believe that, as I mentioned, also mortgage and also endowment life insurance, because you know that everything is related to the product design side. And if we have the common purpose in that case, if the common purpose is not such a short vision, only I am getting the high commission and the insurance company will say that I need the high insurance activity results. But the common purpose, everything will be around the customer. Then, of course, I believe that we can do more things. So important, all the world is going for the new product mindset. And of course, here the people also need to change their mindset. The new integrated talents, the new leadership competence also should be implemented here. It's a fundamental case.
Good, thank you. Abbas, you are the banker on this panel.
The only one.
Yeah, the true one. So how does a banker look at insurance? Is there something the insurance industry can learn from the banking sector?
Thank you for your questions, Professor. Really, I am the only representative of the banking industry, and it's an honor to be here with my colleagues from insurance industry and discussing synergies between our sectors. Actually, about your first question, how a banker looks at the insurance industry, actually, we are very similar industries. As a CEO of the largest financial institution and the bank in the country, and as a banker, I view insurance industry from several lenses. The first one is, of course, risk management. Fundamentally, both industries, banking and insurance industry, are in the business of managing the risk. We as bankers are managing market risk and credit risk, and my colleagues from the insurance industry are managing underwriting risk and actuarial risk. So we are very similar industries. And the second lens is about customer centricity. Trust and reliability is in the essence of both industries. We protect the money of the clients, their deposits, and we ensure them security, financial security, and my colleagues from insurance industry protects them against unforeseen events in the future. So in this regard, we are also similar. And the third one is about regulation. Both industries are under the regulation. As mentioned before, in Azerbaijan, we have mega regulator. Central bank is regulating both insurance and banking industries, and we are happy with this because we are more flexible as a market to have bancassurance channels as a call. So we see insurance products as a complementary product, which increases customer protection as a whole, which increases customer value, and of course, at the end of the day, customer loyalty. So we are open as a banking industry to collaborate with colleagues from the insurance industry. About the second question that you mentioned, what can insurance industry learn from the banking industry? Of course, I think that there are several issues that the banking industry, the insurance industry can learn from the banking industry. The first one is, I think, digital transformation. As we all know, globally and in our market, of course, we bankers invested heavily in digital transformation in recent years. We need to do it. And because of it, we have now very good online banking systems. I mean, mostly many big banks have good online banking system, mobile banking system, etc. I think my colleagues from insurance industry can benefit from this. And researchers show that, especially I want to mention PwC's recent research, 41% of loyal clients of the companies are willing to switch their loyal companies if their company is behind the digital transformation and is lack of the digital capability. So 41% is very huge number. And about the digital transformation, I think my colleagues from insurance industry, especially in our market, there is a huge gap between the industries and the banking and insurance. I think they should invest in digital transformation also. I know that the scale is very important in this gap, but they should invest in digital transformation. The second issue is about customer engagement. Now we better understand our customers' behavior utilizing AI models, artificial intelligence models, and big data technology in the banking. And we can now predict trends with models, statistical AI models. We can now predict next product to sell to our clients, and we can now tailor our products based on the needs of the clients. So insurance can better understand their customer behavior using AI tools also, big data analysis also, and of course they can better manage their risk with these AI models. I want to mention about customer engagement another dimension about omni-channel experience. When we invested in digital transformation a few years ago, as a banking sector, I mean, not in our country, we believe that our clients will use only digital channels in a few years. But what we found out that mostly there are certain type of clients that wants to be touched by human, by their relationship manager to make especially important decisions, like to open a deposit and etc. So it's important to provide them omni-channel experience, not only branch or, I mean, physical channels or digital channels. It's also important issue that insurance industry can learn from our past experience that using not only digital or physical channels, but omni-channel experience. And the third one is about the product innovation. As we all know, especially after the pandemic, clients' needs and demands are changing very fast. And we see that there are no certain borders among segments now. It's hard to classify clients into segments now. That's why we mostly offer innovative new products, personalized new products to the clients in these days. And as I mentioned before, we utilize AI models to predict personalized, tailored products for them. So bank assurance model as a whole, integrating banking and insurance products, I think is one of the good financial solution of this because of ever-changing customer needs and comprehensive approach. Because now clients has not only banking needs, but overall comprehensive financial needs. My colleague also showed from the European market, now up to 20% of the insurance premiums come, I mean, in non-life come from bank assurance market in Europe. And I see a great potential in Azerbaijan also. That's why it's very important to have a successful collaboration model. As my colleague Niyaz also mentioned, there should be some win-win solution, win-win situation to collaborate. Otherwise, it doesn't work. I want to share my own experience. I mean, real life experience of our bank, ABB Bank. A year ago, we wanted to start our insurance business. And we have around 2 million digital clients, pure digital clients using mobile banking almost every day. And we saw that there are sub-segments that regularly paying their insurance premiums via their payment cards. So we thought, why do not sell to them insurance products via our digital channels if we engage with them almost every day when they see their balances on payment cards, when they transfer money to friends, etc. We didn't have insurance company. We don't have now also insurance company, but we partnered one of the leading insurance companies, non-life insurance companies in the market. And I'm very glad to say that now through our digital channels, we sell 7 different insurance products, including Casco, property insurance, travel insurance, and it's not open data, maybe central bank has it, but my colleagues say that they heard about from the market, we now sell more digital insurance policies than any other insurance, non-life insurance company sells digitally via their digital channels. So in 1 year, we became very good financial market for the clients, for retail clients, for our, for example, 2 million retail clients. What we learned from our experience and what the project contributed to us, the first one, we can earn more money providing clients not only banking products, but beyond banking products, such as bancassurance products. The second one, it increased our customer satisfaction level. In the last year, our NPS score, Net Promoter Score, increased by 11%. And when we analyzed the data, we analyzed that we saw that clients favor very much when you approach them comprehensively, not only from the banking product perspective, but comprehensively as a financial need approach. So in conclusion, we see insurance products complementary to our banking products to satisfy comprehensive and ever-changing financial needs of our clients, and collaboration between our sectors can definitely create a more resilient and customer-focused financial ecosystem. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. I think that you answered my question, what can the insurance industry learn from the bank?
No.
Very well, sir, is to sell, and to sell and make money. Very good, thank you. Jean-Pierre, you explained why and how bancassurance developed in France. Can you tell us why this model has been picked up by more countries in Europe than the ones that you showed on your slides?
How can I mean, it's very difficult to answer your question because I think it's from us, it's a sort of imperialism from the French banks towards Europe. It's part of history. The French banks had subsidiaries in
Yes.
all other European countries. And if not, they created new subsidiaries in the East, for instance, or in the Maghreb as well. And when the bank existed, they said, well, it works in France, why shouldn't we try in another country? I mean, it's as simple as that. As you may know, at least as Klime know, I have a personal experience with, as my wife was the international developer of La Société, of Sogecap, which was the insurance company of La Société Générale. And she spent something like 20 years of her life visiting European countries and North African countries to implement insurance in the subsidiaries of La Société Générale. And what she did, most of the French bank did, as long as they had subsidiaries in these countries. That's very, very simple. And in countries like the countries of the South, where life insurance was as underdeveloped as it was or as it had been in France, the success was the same. I mean, in Italy and in Spain, which are the countries which I know better, the situation was very, very, very similar to France. a good social protection, good pensions, Catholic background, and no development of life insurance. So there was a big gap with the countries of the north, and bank insurance was the way to fulfill the gap, nothing else. And it worked in these countries. As the countries are the same structures as France, it worked exactly in the same conditions. And when these banks intended to implement the French model in Germany, it didn't work because Germany had another social structure. I think that's, it's quite fun. If you look at the map of the social situation of these countries, it was very, very similar. I don't know Portugal, but I guess Portugal is very, very similar. Good social protection, Catholic background, no life insurance. And if you have a bank which is able to sell an insurance product without telling that it is insurance, it works. And
yeah, if you are a banker. Yeah.
it's very, very simple.
Yeah,
I don't know if I answer your question, but I cannot tell you much more.
You did answer the question. I think it's very important that we never forget that the cultures of countries may be different.
Absolutely.
And if you go against the culture, it doesn't work.
No, that's true. Absolutely. Yeah. No, it's fundamental to take into account the situation of the country. It's nothing new to that in the Anglo-Saxon countries with a protection culture, Protestant culture, Protestant background. Insurance is more developed in the countries of Southern Europe, and I don't tell anything about Arabic countries. I mean, that's something which is fundamental, which you have to take into account.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Klime. One last question for the panel this afternoon, but I think it's important. You are a former supervisor, and I'm just wondering, do you feel comfortable as a former supervisor that policyholders receive the same treatment when they buy their products through the banking channel?
Well, it's a very tricky question, said. Why? Because the recent experience in the European Union countries, and one report that was published by EIOPA, they raised some concern about the value proposition, value for money. If the bank received, I was shocked, I was surprised that some banks, they receive 40 to 50% commission from insurance that they sell, then what is the benefit for the clients? That means they pay for the banks, not for the coverage.
Exactly.
So, supervisory authority. I mentioned already in my presentation, also the presenters, Vasilis, Gallup, and Jean-Pierre, they said that the regulatory framework, it's a very important driven factor to how to develop the bank insurance. Okay, you will put the regulatory environment, but now we're coming to the market conduct side and the consumer protection. This is very critical point. We should be there, we should be aware. My experience said that not always the bank clients even are aware that they are buying insurance.
Exactly.
So the supervisory authority must be more engaged, must be more focused on the more market conduct side. This is the short answer.
Well, it is a very important answer. It brings me back to what we discussed before lunch. Maybe we need more regulation, and then somebody in the audience will say, no, we don't want more regulation. But it is very important that we always keep in mind customer first, policyholder first, and that the regulatory regime is designed in such a way that achieves that outcome. Because the study to which Klime referred is a study that was conducted by EIOPA in the context of the new retail investment strategy of the European Union, which looks at whether financial products offer value for money. And why is this on the table today? Because there have been in the market some abuses. And the risk is that if this comes out in the public, it might create a new financial crisis caused by market conduct of financial institutions. So, ladies and gentlemen, time has passed. We can discuss this issue for hours under the guidance of a banker on the panel. It could take us a long time to discuss this interesting topic, but we should not take more of your time. Please join me in thanking the members of the panel for their contributions. And I pass the floor to Daniela for some words of wisdom.
Well, the most wisdom probably you should consider that will come from saying goodbye and see you at the dinner. But before that, I listened to all the presentation this afternoon with very high interest, and beyond everything that I already knew about bancassurance, what is amazing in fact is that the discussion can continue without end, because both the banking system is changing, the banking business itself is changing, insurance also is changing under the pressure of technology, of new generations of customers, new expectation, new needs, etc., etc. So in the end, it's a system with a very interesting dynamic, and it's in a perpetual evolution. So we cannot say at no point we can say, okay, now we have decided, we know everything, we have decided this is the model, it stays like this. No, it stays like this today. Next year could be something completely different.
Yeah, well, I agree. It's just for today. So as Abbas also mentioned, so everything is changing very fast. And Abbas also mentioned about the different vacation of values. So it's coming to our minds, what's the customer need really. And the additional products with the insurance, it's not just a traditional insurance products, it's something new, innovative products. So the customer needs something else, but we don't know what really they need, because we need to analyze. And in order to analyze it, we should to invest more in a customer experience side, more in a data side, more in a new system, new process system. So I think that we are not just talking, everything is changing quite, and we will see many micro insurances also. Yeah, we believe that in future.
So maybe you should need in the future a banker, an insurance, and a team of sociologic analysts to tell you what is coming in terms of changes in the public preferences and needs with the new generations of customers. The millennials are already here and are becoming continuously increasing share of the customers. So, and the other generations are coming behind. So, change. The only stable thing is that it's a perpetual change. Thank you very much to all of us.